Good morning. A member of the public who was walking along the beach near Cabo Pino yesterday found a hand in the sand. The man immediately notified the Guardia Civil, who were working a couple of kilometres away, searching the area to locate the missing remains of Natalia, the 45-year-old Colombian woman murdered by her partner in Marbella. The officers then found a second hand. Her body was found on Sunday, the 8th of January. Since then, the police have continued to search for the mutilated remains, which her former partner claimed to have thrown into the sea. The Andalusia regional government is advising the public, and particularly vulnerable groups, to wear masks in crowded indoor places where it is not possible to maintain safe distance. The Minister of Health said the region would reinforce prevention and surveillance measures against coronavirus. She made the statement during a press conference yesterday whilst explaining the so-called group of experts meeting. In line with World Health Organization recommendations, they reinstated the mandatory use of masks in the common spaces of nursing homes, health centres, as well as in all public transport. Andalusia will also promote extra testing for the detection of new variants. The Foreign Minister yesterday said that Madrid and London were closing in on a deal to find a definitive solution settling the post-Brexit status of Gibraltar. The status has been a point of contention since Britain's 2016 vote to leave the European Union. I see a constructive spirit from the British side on the agreement related to Gibraltar, so José Manuel Álvarez said in an interview on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum in Davos. Spain, Britain and the European Union agreed Gibraltar would remain part of EU agreements such as the Schengen area, and Spain would police the port and the airport pending a lasting solution. The European Commission and Spain sent Britain a proposal including keeping Gibraltar's land border to Spain open in late 2022 and ensuring free flow of people between Spain and the enclave. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez asked global leaders to play their parts to tackle inequality and economic injustice. How can we ask citizens to put up with inflation when some companies pay no taxes thanks to fiscal paradises and loopholes? Sánchez asked during a speech at the World Economic Forum, telling the crowd of ultra-rich business people and political leaders to help change the situation. He said his government was on the front line fighting for increased well-being, social collaboration and environmental responsibility. He also pushed the need to rethink global trade and supply chains, adding that some of Spain's priorities when it assumes the presidency of the Council of the EU in the second half of the year will be increasing Europe's independence in strategic industries. And almost all of Spain was on high alert yesterday as a powerful storm brought strong winds, heavy snow, rain and rough seas. The storm already claimed one victim, an 80-year-old man who disappeared during the storm on Monday night and whose body was later discovered at the port in the Basque town of Bermejo. Nearby, emergency services had to rescue a bus full of children trapped on a flooded road. The storm began on Monday and is set to continue until Friday, according to AEMET. This is the first significant cold snap of the year. Yesterday, the wholesale price of electricity plummeted to €4.48 per megawatt hour, thanks to the wind and hydroelectricity generated by the strong winds and rain. That's the latest from TRE. I'm Bob James.